JRR here, and I'm going to clarify some of the things I was rambling on about when I was playing League of Legends. I had a hangout open while playing League that was called pretty much Sexy versus Sexism, Feminism, and Female Confidence. And while my mind wandered on this topic as I was playing a video game, I pointed out that my major gripe happens to be with the media itself. Then the more I thought about it, I found that there's only one movie that seems to be balanced. And when I say that, I don't mean balanced as a bad thing. I mean balanced as in, holy crap, bikini armor makes sense. And I'm talking about Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. Mostly Conan the Barbarian, because Destroyer, there's just so much wrong with that one. So much wrong with Barbarian as well, but I digress. The reason why Conan the Barbarian seems to be mostly balanced is because, one, the female lead, okay, she's more of a support character, but the female lead of the two, good idea. She happens to be wearing more than Arnold, happens to be a strong archetype, and isn't exactly sitting there going, oh, save me, save me. No, she's actually one of the more I'm going to stab you in the face kind of people. Arnold, of course, being the barbarian, he's a thief. Don't ask me. Just like saying the Juggernaut Spider-Man, it something seems odd with this combination of things, and it might go together if you could figure out how. But the reason why I bring this up is because most of the movie, Arnold's walking around short of a loincloth. I think there's a couple scenes where no, I don't think he's actually wearing pants. I think it's literally the old school gladiator, Spartan style leather hammock. Of course, he gets an ally who happens to be a full-blown thief, and he's dressed normally. Ish. Then you run across a female thief who happens to be like Conan, and I'm a warrior first and a thief second, but I am definitely a thief. Yeah, because, you know, combat rogues will win. Oh! Anyway, that's as balanced as you're going to really find in movies. And I say that because if you look at many movies, you'll find that they do kind of go yin and yang. Oh, save me! Versus, I can take care of myself. Oh no, my arm's not on my back. Somebody help, help! It means those kind of things. Not in Conan the Barbarian. Nope. Nope, the only time she seemed helpless was when she got shot with a snake. You heard me. Shot with a snake. James Earl Jones took out a snake, straightened it up, put on the bow, knocked that sucker back, fired, and it hit her. No, I'm serious. He took a snake, straightened it out, put on the bow, fired. It went like this, and next scene, she's and dead. But I reiterate, that's the closest thing she looks as weak, okay? That's her being weak, being dead. I think that's very noble. That shows, especially for that time frame, even if she's in bikini armor type stuff, you can't remotely throw it in the, you can't just go, oh, that's sexist. Arnold's wearing less than she is. Arnold is wearing less than she is. And I bet you 10 to 1, most girls are saying like, he's got some nice abs. And I know for a fact girls aren't going to sit there and go, that's not true. Toilet! Sorry. Happens. whole sexy versus sexism thing I brought up because, like I said, Cammy and Zangief were a great example. It was pretty much Conan the Barbarian in video game terms. People would see Cammy and be like, oh, she's just slutty fan service. But then you see Zangief, who's wearing less than Cammy was. And then when you look at Conan the Barbarian, no one really said anything about the girl's battle bikini. Wanna why? Well, given the time it's supposed to be in, it made sense. At least she was covered. Now, for the sake of video games, I'm moving off movies. Because like I said, if you watch any other movie, you'll see that the girls are, I'm a hardcore detective, badass super kung fu fighter. Oh, my arm. My arm. Okay, we're done. I give up. Let me go. Let me go. Arm. Or a good punch to the stomach and they just stop fighting altogether. I don't know why. Now that I think about it, it's probably a trope somewhere. I could probably look that up and it'll be a trope. And I have never said that. And I couldn't understand why in so many movies the girls had to be all pretty up to be fight. Ladies, can any of y'all answer me this one question? How easy is it to run in high heels? I need to know. Because a lot of shows are just like, oh, we're going to sprint in high heels and we're going to catch him to the villain who's in sneakers. The villain must be slow-ish? Oh, I'll just jog. There's no way they're going to sprint. Fuck that shit! I mean, seriously, how does that work? I'm not going to go after tropes. I'm not going to go after tropes. I'm not going to go after tropes. I'm going to go after logic. Moving to video games, you'll see that, especially if the female isn't the main character, it gets really predictable, I guess. And I'm not even going to bring up Mass Effect or Witcher 2. I'm just leaving those out. If it's a female in a video game, it's either needing to be rescued or a subplot. Hell, in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, that's one of the few females that actually do things. But guess what? In the game, oh, save me, save me! We gotta escape this tower. Come on, Zelda, we're going down steps. Okay, well, wait behind you while you fight all the skeletons and stalfos and monsters and demons. Why could just use some magic and blast them? But no, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go, boy. Really? I mean, don't get me wrong. This is the same girl that happened to be Sheik, who was dodging Ganon for 7 years as a would-be ninja, and then she fucks up once and gets captured. You know what? A game should come out for that 7-year bracket. They should have a game about frickin' Sheik. How did you get all your kung fu? How did you know your ninjas? How did you learn your songs? Why are you just appearing in and out of smoke? What type of ninjutsu did you pick? When were the ninjas in Hyrule? I don't know. Like warrior monks. Fuck you. You're a ninja. You're a ninja. Ninjas in Hyrule. Just let your brain process that one. Link with ninjas. And yet, the only picture I get is Ryu Hayabusa. If Link was a ninja, he'd be Ryu Hayabusa. Inventory out of wazoo. Throwing shit randomly. Again, I digress. I point this out because no matter how strong the female character is in video games, there's always seems to be some sort of twist where they need help. I don't mean a little bit of help. I mean, holy crap, I'm locked in a tower, get me out of here kind of help. Unless, of course, they're the title character or the main character. And even then, looking at you, Tomb Raider. But let me go over the sexy versus sexism thing real quick, and then we're going to hit the major meat of this whole rant. Shut up. I'm trying not to laugh. Shut up. Major meat. Shut up. Alright. Van Damme time. Alright. On to the whole video game point of, you guessed it, sexy versus sexism. Now, Dead or Alive 5, I believe it is, they have a little storyline about, well, it's a culmination of the past storylines, all on one storyline. Out frickin' standing. And that's great. That really is. That's outstanding. That's wonderful. I know some people who saw Spoonie's review of Dead or Alive, the movie, there's some mental images I need to get out of my brain, and they just won't go. Nevertheless, Dead or Alive indeed had a story. Pretty much, it's a clan of ninjas and a company. And the company wants to have great weapons, and they know martial arts is a key, so they go after the ninjas. I don't know where they knew the ninjas from, how they found them, what the fuck's going on. I guess something to do with the first story was the ninja that came back and whooped the hell out of every predominant member in the story, left their clan and got founded by the company, then got buffed up by the company, then went back into the place and re-whooped everybody. I don't know, it's something weird like that. Evil super would-be ninja rapes somebody, rapes Kasumi's mom, and then Kasumi's mom has another girl? What? Okay, the story in a nutshell is this. Evil ninja rapes a lady who apparently is already pregnant with somebody, or close to being pregnant, or soon to be pregnant, or something. But she did it with Kazumi's dad, and then he showed up and did it with her, and I guess they were like near twins, but not quite twins. Whatever. And the whole clan knows the girl with purple hair. The girl with purple hair. Naturally purple hair. Yeah, just take a moment to let your brain process that by itself. Just go ahead. A girl with naturally purple hair cannot possibly be related to the two siblings that have brunette / red hair. I guess auburn-ish. Okay, sorry. Hayate actually has brown hair. Kasumi has brown-red hair. Copper, auburn, I don't know. What does this have to do with sexy versus sexism? What does this have to do with it? Well, in Dead or Alive 5, Kasumi gets the exact same outfit that Ryo Hayabusa wears. And then she puts it on after some modifications. Cleavage! But, yeah, that's pretty much nutshell. Cleavage. Don't get me wrong. Girl, plus leather, plus cleavage. Win. But, I'm a guy. Shut up. Not like y'all didn't oogle over frickin' Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, or Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. Shut up. But that's kind of my point. The exact same outfit, but sexy. And in many video games, fantasy games especially, you have to call technical bullshit on armor that doesn't make sense. For those of you who've watched anime, if you watch Project Eiko, Biko's a great example of this. Her armor looks like an S&M kind of thing, and yet it's supposed to give her the strength, speed, reflexes, and armament to deal with someone who's near the caliber of Superman and Wonder Woman. just a little bit weaker because she hasn't been fully magically infused or fully absorbing the sunlight like her dad or whatever. Long story. But that's the whole fact I'm trying to get across is I understand why fantasy genres do that. I do. I understand why they're doing that. And I understand why girls get upset about this. Because while guys can sit there and look badass or evil or something in a full thing of armor, just, I crush you into dust. Then you see the girl in the exact same armor, and you just can't. It just, I crush you into dust. Meanwhile, everyone's looking at her boobs because of massive cleavage and exposed midsection and thighs, and you're going, he's your brother? He scares me. You. Huh. I will destroy this world. Uh-huh. I will murder you and rip out your soul. You don't say. Oh, I'm sorry, what? I mean, that's the kind of reaction you're expecting to get with that kind of armor. Honestly, people. On to the topic at hand. The actual issue of feminism in video games. Well, feminism across the board. And I believe this is part of the reason why the confidence in young women is going downhill. Well, not just video games. Let me correct this. Not just the feminism issue of video games, but music, movies, media. And this is why I brought up Conan, who seems to be the most balanced. Yeah, that actually terrifies me. First line item. In many cases, shaky cam? In many cases, I can see where people are coming from. There's no real strong story for a female lead. Now I know some of you are going to sit there, what about Samus? What about Samus? The whole big reveal was that she's a girl. Okay, so you have a game where it's pretty much like Master Chief running around blowing people up. And then you turn around and go, hey, by the way, that was a chick. At the time, it was mind-blowing. It's like, oh, crap, we just did a story with a female lead. Now you would think this should, like, chime in something, you know, to the rest of, I don't know, the game developers, that this was a big reveal that surprised a lot of people. Well, if it surprised a lot of people, that means you did something new and it threw people off. And I don't know, maybe you guys in media should take a look at that. Do they take a look at it? Not really. Tomb Raider. What was the design concept of Lara Croft? It was actually a guy. Then they decided, okay, screw that, make it a girl. Because, you know, chicks sell better, according to sex. And because sex sells, sex sells. Now, I know some of you are sitting there going, you chauvinistic motherfucker. And I do get that, I do understand that. But at the same time, the oldest profession in the world, pretty much, was hoeing and hoeing. You're either hoeing or you're hoeing. Yeah. And this is the other perspective I want to throw out there for everybody. Just because a game is set up to where you gotta save a princess and do this and do that, look at the genre and look at the general time frame it's supposed to be in. Then make your assessment. Because, let's be blunt, let's just put this out there. If I am playing King Arthur during the Knights of the Round Table in Camelot and all that happy time with the medieval ages and yada yada, and I'm stabbing people with a big longsword and yay! And I'm supposed to go save the princess. Understandable, that's about how the times were. Now, again, times. The times of the game. I'm not saying the times of our point of time, I mean times of the game itself. If the game is taking place in 1780, well, 1780, then it's 1780 to them. The standards there are going to apply there. If you're having a story about colonial America, back in the day before the civil rights movement and all that, and you see a black character and it happens to be a slave, do not throw a hissy fit about that because of the time. That's what the times were. Again, I point this out because a lot of people go, oh, a lot of the games are about rescuing a damsel in distress. Some of the games actually have a setup. Double Dragon is a good example of that. Girl sitting outside waiting for her boyfriends, brothers, who knows. She was waiting for them outside. Gang comes up, knocks her out, takes her off. Well, what's she gonna do against the whole gang? She doesn't know Kung Fu. That being said on one side. On the other side, the outfits. Come on. Come on. You're clearly pandering. Again, most of the demographic that plays video games happens to be male. So of course they're gonna have more fan service that way. But one thing I did notice, more so on League than on WoW, and this is kind of what threw me off. In League of Legends, there are girl players that are pointing out, hey, it's all fine, you want to show cleavage and show midriffs and all that all the time and show thighs. Great, fine, whatever, we're with that. But at least for the girls' side, can you give us some guy eye candy? And of course people are like, well, what about the Spartan? He has no face. What about this guy? He's ugly as sin. What about this guy? What about that guy? Oh, God. And I kind of put up on the forum, I was like, hey, you know what? I have to agree with the ladies. I do. I don't swing that way, but I do understand where they're coming from. It's not exactly fair. Now, I'm not saying all the guys have to be shirtless and topless and all that. I mean, hell, you want to be technical, a couple of the champions are actually naked, even though they're like alien creatures or whatever. They're technically naked. So I could throw that out there and be like, hey, why aren't there any naked women? We got a naked monster man right here. Bring it! But that's a technicality. I point this out because, again, you gotta look at the time frame of their situation. Of their specific situation. If there's a princess and she's kidnapped by a bunch of knights and you, as another knight, have to go save her, logically speaking, it makes sense. Devil's advocate side, or the opposing side in this case, why the fuck aren't there more games where women are the lead? I mean, when people try, it's like they don't know how to write for a girl, woman, lady, female. I think Resident Evil was the one that attempted to try it recently, and that's... well, it's there. I mean, it's a little bit better than the Golden Axe remake, and... it's kind of bothersome because I want to bring up Metroid. I really do. I want to bring up the Metroid series. I really do. But it's hard to bring that up only because of the fact of the first game, even though very basic story, go and stop the Metroids, you knew at the end you found out it was a girl, and okay, that's great. And then these later ones, man, this is like the whole cloud incident again. Oh, fuck. And the reason why it bugs me so much is because in the first game, you knew she was a bounty hunter. Hardcore, I'm going to get this shit done. Then she's like, yeah, I'm a girl. How you doing? And then every game after it seems to accentuate the fact that she's female. Oh, just in case you forgot, she's a girl. Oh, we got a new suit for her. We call her Zero Suit Samus. What is it? Blue tights. Blue tights? Really? Blue tights. Just tight. No. I'm not going to go on a tights rant. I'm not going to bring up the fact that in the coldness, in the vacuum of space, this motherfucking lady is wearing some motherfucking tights. I'm not going into that. I'm not going into that. I'm not going into that. I'm also not going to go into the fact that all aliens didn't speak English or Japanese or some sort. I'm not going to go into that either. Seriously? What the hell? Oh, she's female, so she's going to have these problems by default. No, what? No, what? Why? Why would you? Why? And this issue I had with freaking Cloud Strife. I mean, when they first introduced Cloud, he was all, I'm a soldier. And if I can find that picture again, I put it up there, because it showed how they initially had him, where he seems somewhat heroic. And then you see the picture of him nowadays, and the blade's turned in on itself, and he's all depressed and mopey, and he gets those stance, and he's like, I can't do anything, I'm supposed to be a hero. While you look at the older version, he's like, bitch, I will cleave you in twain if you say shit about my hair. Say something about my hair. Say something. Say, see this big ass sword? See this big ass sword? I will cleave you in twain. That means two. I'm gonna fucking chop you in. Well, jeez. Chop you up. But with that being said, they came out with lightning. And even Square brought up the fact that lightning is pretty much Cloud. Ex-soldier? Check. Being moody? Check. Doing crap they really don't want to do, but having to do it anyway? Check. Going up against some sort of big corporation or governmental thing? Check. Weird ass fucking hair? Check. That doesn't really bother me as much as it should. I mean, I already had my rant about Final Fantasy 13 and me wanting to take out a shotgun and put a few bullets in a few people's heads. But I digress. Yes, I know I'll put some shot in someone's head. Whatever. The whole thing is making stories for females. Should be a little bit easier. Especially writing for females, writing for ladies, writing for women. How difficult is it to write for a woman? I mean, hell, go around. You know what? If you're making a story, give a woman who's working in your company, just give the woman a script and let her look at it and ask her, is this what a woman would say in this situation? At least make it somewhat believable in some way, shape, or motherfucking form. Because seeing Samus go from I'm a bounty hunter who doesn't give a shit, you're gonna die, bitch, boom, to well, I suppose, but I don't know if I should do this or if I should do that. No, you're a motherfucking bounty hunter. No. The only question should be, am I taking this job or that job? Am I going to kill him or am I going to bring him in alive? That should be it. It's like game developers decided, oh, if we're going to write for women, they had to be over analytical and thinking about all this other stuff and yada yada and blah blah blah, and they're gonna need help with this, they're gonna need help with that. And I'm like, no, stop, just stop, please. And I think that's why there's not another Wonder Woman game out there, because they're like, strong female lead, brain hurt, writing capacity 0. But she's in a leotard type thing. We can work with that, but then we gotta write for her character and help. And I think that's the main issue with at least the game side of things, is because they don't know how to write for a woman. I mean, they come up with a great backstory, but then you listen to them talk, and it doesn't add up. And you wonder why they're there, and what they're doing. I will give World of Warcraft credit. Sylvanas is a motherfucker. This woman tried to save her people, got killed. Came back as a banshee thanks to Arthas. Ends up getting her own free will, getting her body back, and she leads the Forsaken, the undead, that have her free from the Lich King's grasp. Her whole motivation is, I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to find a way to kill him, and I'm going to kill him. It's going to happen. I'm going to murder him. All of the injustices that she suffered. Now, I can assume what injustices they were, you know, getting killed and being raised as a banshee to help kill her people and all that happy stuff. And there's probably more to it than that, but I digress. At least they wrote her character to be very focused on that idea. I need something to do to kill. I need to get rid of my enemies, but I need to kill him. He needs to die. He needs to die. And then they have Jaina Proudmoore. You guys shouldn't be fighting. Oh, we need to work together. Oh, this, oh, that. Then their more gets bombed. Fuck the orcs. Kill them. No, kill House. Kill. Don't put me. Get off me, Varian. Kill Hellscream. Kill him. She's not even one that decided to let him live. It's just like, kill. Like to kill. Y'all bomb my, you bomb my people. I'm a bust y'all. I'm a kill. Okay, I can see where this rage came from, but at the same time, if you're gonna write her off to be, oh, don't fight, guys. Oh, no fighting over here. We all gotta get along. Motherfucker. Okay, kill him. Screw it. Kill him. Get me a sword. Get me your mage. I don't give a crap. I don't care. Give me a sword. I mean, it's just. Even in Sylvanas' case, after the Lich King died, she's just like, okay. We have any other enemies? Yeah, we got these Worgen thing trying to take over our land. What the fuck's a Worgen? No, really, what is it? It's kind of like a werewolf type of thing. Werewolf? Werewolf. Really? Yeah, apparently the Night Elves got to... No, stop there. Werewolf? Like... Well, yeah. How's that hard to understand? Claws. Sharp teeth. Yeah. We're in a land where there's already zombies running around, and now you're saying there's werewolves. Yeah. Well, at least there aren't any vampires. Oh, wait. They were in ICC. So, in one universe, we have werewolves, vampires, and zombies. And you can use a zombie to go after vampires to kill them, or you can use werewolves to go after vampires and kill them. But the point remains, at least in a female sense, Sylvanas has goals. Proudmoore only got given goals out of nowhere. She used to be a peacekeeper, now she wants shit to die. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. If you're going to make a female character, give her fucking character. We're not asking for much. We're not expecting to see every female character go, oh, I miss Jimmy Bo Bob. Or, ooh, that guy's cute. Or, oh, no. You can make action games with females. You can make stealth games with females. You can make all sorts of types of games with females and lady leads and all that. You don't have to sit there and make Heavy Rain. You don't have to make Heavy Rain-ish type games. You don't have to rely on Sims or Civilizations to get the girls' attention. You can make games for women. It's okay. You can make an action game starring fucking Xena. You might have to get the license for that, but seriously, you can go. Just think about that for a minute. Just people sit back and think about that for a minute. We got Ninja Gaiden, whatever, and that's a hardcore action game. We have Devil May Cry, and it's reboots. That design. Oh. But it's still the same Dante. He's got the same attitude and everything. That design. Anyway, you have all these action games where the guy's main lead, and then their attempt at an action game with a female lead was Golden Axe. What? If you need to contact Team Ninja and just have them make a Xena game. But then her boobs be bouncing all over the place. You know what? If no one's going to do a game right in the first place, then why the fuck are we worried about it? If you're not going to write a female character properly, then don't even worry about the technicalities of physics. And then that goes back to the sexy and sexism thing. Oh, their boobs move. I defy you to stand from the mirror and start doing jumping jacks to see if your boobs don't move. Now I understand the whole movie physics. I can see why you're upset about that. At the same time, you have to understand where they're going. If they're doing it for fan service, which is obvious in most cases, it's fan service. Soul Calibur went kind of overboard and had the guys' pecs do it too. Well, I can't say they went overboard because it actually adds up. The guys' pecs did it, the junk did it, their ass did it. So it's like everyone's jiggling and wiggling, 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 yeah, jiggling, 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 yeah. Pop, doo doo pop, 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 pop. I had to knock myself off that train real quick before I just got going. The fact is, writing for a female should not be that difficult. Writing for a young lady should not be that difficult. Making games for women should not be that difficult. Women are just as bad as guys when it comes to fan service, violence, yeah, I could say that, sex. I mean, hell, people read those romantic novels. I'm pretty sure it's in there. Pretty positive. I'm damn near certain. I mean, hell, 50 Shades of Grey was popular, and that was pretty much a bondage smut book. So, well, it would be a smut book if it wasn't worded so damn comically. Again, I digress. The fact remains that writing for women should not be that difficult. Now, why is the female confidence all sort of crashed into the ground beyond just game media? Well, remember I said movies like Conan, they brought balance? Well, there's movies that completely destroyed that balance altogether. Mortal Kombat was a good example. Sonya Blade. Oh, I'm an agent. I know all sorts of stuff. I'm a cop and I'm badass. And then my arm gets put behind my back and I can't do shit. Yep. That helps. There's stuff like that happens. And there's tropes about girls getting hit in the stomach, their arms going behind their back, and they become completely powerless. Just completely discombobulated. I'm the greatest super soldier of all time. Oh, my arm. I mean, seriously, that's about what happens. But there is one media that slams on women a lot more than you would think. Music. And I'm going to touch on this real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it off after that, because, let's just be honest, I've already attacked music so many different times and so many different angles. But if you listen to music in general, listen to the lyrics and not the beat, if you listen more to the lyrics, you'll find that a lot of times it seems to be very much with the whole downgrading of women. They're just types of prizes and something to gun for. Oh baby, I like the way you walk, or I like the way you shake it. Oh, come over here, let me get your number. Yada yada yada. That kind of shit. And I'm not gonna look into the current rap pop, whatever you want to call it, themes, because I know if I look anymore at Lil Wayne, I'm not gonna say he's bad, but I'm not saying his line of thought is good. And the reason why I say not good, because granted, rappers usually talk about the nice things they have, the money, cars, etc. They talk about that, and they talk about being cocky and confident and how they can steal your girl, which I don't know what the fuck that's going on about. That's a whole nother issue. That's a whole nother rant. Steal your girl, got your grandma on my dick. What? Well, did no one just sit there and go, what the fuck's wrong with you? No, apparently not. It is, that's fine, you can do it, yeah, sing it. That's like, that would be like, I don't know, get me a nice looking, darker chick singing about pie. It just spawned in my brain that there was a song about birthday cake from Rihanna. Brain! Well, then again, Jay-Z also sung about cake, so I guess she was ahead of the curve. But if you listen to songs, even with featuring females, featuring young ladies, some songs are actually pretty nice when they feature women, because they actually know to pull back some of it. And then you got people like Lil Wayne, who doesn't pull back shit. In fact, if there's female fans of Lil Wayne, I have to ask one major technical question. How? Is it the beat? Is it because he has someone with him and you like those other people, but he's always there? I mean, how? Just listen to the lyrics. How? That's like ICP having female fans, which apparently they do. When you listen to the lyrics, you sometimes wonder, how? I mean, Lil Wayne literally sits there. There's one song where he's talking about well, there's a lot of songs where he brings it up, but one song in particular says that he ends up getting with a girl, and then after he blows his load, he comes back to his senses, and it's like, fuck her. No, get out of here, bitch. Literally. He goes from, yeah, I'm having a good time, to fuck this bitch. All because he blew his load. It's kind of like, I guess, an episode of, what was it? What? Buffy. An episode of Buffy, where Buffy and Angel finally did it, and Angel went all evil. Because he was actually happy. Because he was actually happy, he went all evil. That's pretty much what Lil Wayne said in a nutshell. Oh, I got off? Fuck you, bitch, get away. Literally. That was like 2 lines in his song. After he comes back to his senses, and it's like, fuck you. What? And yet I'm pretty sure he has female fans, and I'm trying to figure out how. And it's not like that's the only song he does that in. There's so many other things he does that crap in. So many other rappers that rap too. I mean, Rick Ross, in a way, talked about rape. He put something in a girl's drink, and she didn't know it. Then he took her home. He enjoyed it. She didn't know it. The fuck? How are these people getting fans? I mean, dear Lord, man. I mean, I can't even figure that out. But I bet you 10 to 1, that's probably where some of the mentality for young women are going out the window. It's like if you had a bug with fucking bug spray. It's like it's trying to survive. It just ain't making it. Because rappers are always talking about bitches and hoes. And then what happened? Female artists start coming up, and most female artists, thank the blessings for this. Most female artists were trying to empower women. They're trying to come back. They're trying to boost the women's morale back up. They're doing the best they can, and I do appreciate that. Short of Beyonce. Beyonce took pretty much the male rapper mind frame of, you know what? I'm just going to destroy them. Fuck it. I don't give a crap anymore. It doesn't help that she misdefined diva, which I found hilarious. I brought it up before. If you watch her video about the song Diva, it actually starts off with the definition, and then she says the line, and she hurts her own cause immediately. I digress. Most women were trying to bring morale back up for women, and that's great. I do appreciate that. But at the same time, in the same regard, you gotta look at all the other popular things where people are like, oh, the bad bitch, and I want a bad bitch. And what happens? Some females actually jump on that bandwagon. Oh, I'm a bad bitch. Motherfucker, I don't want a bad bitch. Seriously. You're not helping your cause at all. I mean, that's why people are like, well, the N-word shouldn't be outlawed by people anymore because it's not a bad word. It's used in music all the time, and we can accept that. And we as a community can... No, motherfucker, you can't. No. Nah. But again, people start believing that because guess what? Every song is my nigga this, my nigga that, my nigga this, my nigga... Stop that! Stop that! Stop that! That's why people think it's okay to say it. Yes, I'm half black and I'm going to say that word if I need to. And if I ever go on a rap, I'm going to make sure I try not to say that word because it's shit. Fortunately, I never rap, so... My point stands. In music, a lot of times, it's the females that get dissed, the females that are insulted, the females that are put down. And yet, people wonder why it's always the ladies right now in this time and place in this lovely little world where their mentality is down here in the near gutter. I say near gutter, I don't say in the gutter because they're not thinking in the gutter, they're trying to hold on to the side to not go into the gutter. And that's the major thing I want people to take away from this. This whole rant about sexism and all that, feminism and confidence. The whole thing about the confidence is media is beating it into women's heads where they should be or what their role is. Really? Really? Didn't we do that in the 60s and 50s and 40s and 70s? And I do appreciate some women trying to empower women, their confidence back up. Great, but then you have other women who are blasting it back out the water, Nicki Minaj. So, all this said and done, how can we fix the confidence of women? I'd say more empowerment, but we got a kind of role reversal thing going on right now where it's guys that are looking like slabs of meat at times. I don't know how to take this. I'm fortunate because I'm not a good looking guy, so fuck y'all. I didn't get away with being under the radar. And if I had a higher charisma, I'd worry about being in trouble for this, but you know what? No, I fully believe that women are having issues with their confidence. Not all, but in general, women have issues with their confidence because that's what they're bombarded with. They sing songs. They sing songs like the Whistle song from Flow Rider, for example. It's a great little beat, and people love the beat. Oh, I love the beat. I love the beat of this song. And they sing along without thinking what they're singing along, and they're singing along in the car. And here's all these kids singing along with them because, hey, I'm singing it, I can sing it too. And they're singing along, and you can blow my whistle, baby, let me know. And then they're not even realizing what they're saying, and the kids aren't really realizing what they're saying, but they're saying it, and it's in the mind and in the psyche. It's there. And if you listen to the whistle song from Flow Rider, you understand what it's about if you listen to the lyrics. Oh, it's just a fun little song. It's just a dance song. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'm not worried about it. The damage has already been done. JWR. Out.